Alright, so I already put the ESC's motors. I did put a little bit of Loctite on the motors, especially when they attach to the plastic arms, not in the tips yet. As I said before, I'll see how it goes. So basically what I'm going to explain now is with the APM 3.1, we need to make sure that the motors are rotating this way. When you got this configuration, if you got an exporter or ectopoctor or whatever, you just make sure that you follow what the APM website says. So this is the front of the quadcopter, and then you got motors 1 and 2 spinning counterclockwise, so this direction. Then you got the motors 3 and 4 spinning clockwise. Alright, so in order to do that, I already put the ESC, so this is number 1. Alright, so I labeled the arm, I labeled the ESC as well, and I also labeled the cable that will go to the APM. So you can see that white dot, and also you can see that black mark on the signal wire, as well as you know, for the other motors. Let's say you got the motor 4, so you're gonna have the number 4 here, you're gonna have the number 4 on the ESC, and if I grab the signal cable, you're gonna have 4 white dots and another 4 black dots over the signal wire. That's just the way I recommend to do it. Label as much as you can your model, so you're not gonna lose track of what you got to do, what you have done before, in case you have to do some repairs. What I'm going to do now quickly is check if the motors are spinning the right direction. So I can check, for instance, as I said before, motors 1 and 2 will spin in counterclockwise. So I'm just going to quickly, you can do it with your radio, but I got this servo tester. You can get it for a few dollars on the internet. This is basically PWM sent to the ESCs. So if I get motors 1 and 2, and let's assume that they're receiving a signal from the APM. So again, motors 1 and 2, you can see the little marks in there. So I'm gonna just plug them to the servo controller, and I'm just gonna see if they spin in the right direction. Otherwise, you can just swap the cables on the ESC. So you just power, because they got a built-in BEC, then you can get power to this little boy. Pretty simple. So you power them, alright, and then you just check that they spin in the right direction. The best way is just put your finger and see if your finger is going that way. Of course, it's spinning counterclockwise. Same with this one. So if I start the motor, it's gonna bring it this way. So it's spinning this way and this way. If I do it from the other two, so this is 1, 2, then I'm gonna get 3 and 4. Alright, so same labeled, pretty easy. If you label everything, you're not gonna get lost. Alright, so same story. So these ones should be spinning clockwise, so my finger should go that way, I believe. See? Alright, same with this one. Put my finger in this way, so 100% sure that the motors are spinning in the right direction. This one fell off, which is good. So I am power off. If your motors are not spinning in the right direction because the manufacturer of the motors swap the color cables or anything like that, don't worry about it. All you need to do is swap any two cables. So basically I played with the red and black, so 1 and 2 should have the same wiring. So B and C are the connectors that I swapped, so, and I kept A always with the blue wire, but it doesn't matter, as long as you swap 2 of them, it's going to change the direction of the motors. So make sure that your motors are spinning in the right direction before you connect anything to a flight controller. Test everything separately, and then we put it together. We're going to continue assembling this one. Alright, I'm going to quickly put this plate on. Has the letters at top, so probably just going to put them like that. Regardless what's the direction you put it, it's going to work the same. And then my APM 3.1 is going to sit here with the anti-vibration things, and I'm planning on putting the GPS at the back. I'm not sure how I'm going to put it together, but for now just going to quickly do this. Alright, so I basically finished assembling this 450 kit. I hope you got most of the steps. There are 2 things that I got to put together, and of course that will come later on. So the first one are the propellers, and I'll go through later on. We're going to balance the propellers, but that's going to be a separate video. And of course the actual legs. With the legs, of course, they got the back. For this model only, we're just gonna have, so I already put these 2 screws out. So you need to take the original screws out and use these ones, the ones that come with it. And the reason is because they're longer, and they have to be longer because this thickness, you will need a longer screw to go through the board and then get to the actual arm. So in this one, so this one sits over here, but at the moment I'm not going to do that because I just don't need it. Once I start putting cameras and stuff, then I'll start doing that. Thanks for watching.